All right, well, thank you. And thank you for coming and supporting your kid, learning more, and I hope to help you with helping them get excited and motivated about math again. Or maybe they already are, that's good, okay? To me, I like to build kids' mental math skills. I was a teacher, then I stayed home and raised my kids and was a volunteer at school. Then my first kid hit college, so I thought, okay, I probably should get a paying job. And so I went back to teaching for 6 years, and I kept volunteering because I was only part-time teaching. And then when I stopped that and started into the accounting field, I still kept volunteering at schools. So I've got like a quarter of a century of volunteering. I just love to help kids learn. And then I've been tutoring for several years because I love to help kids learn and get back on track. And COVID was hard on students in many ways and hard on families. And so I like to help kids get those aha moments and to feel like they understand it. And if I can keep expanding your understanding, that will help you. So I realize you're eating right now. So I will start off with a couple of things. And feel free to keep eating for now. You have a handout, and I had some good sayings that I just wanted to, and good things to remember. One of them is work smarter, not harder. And that's one of the things that I'll try to have you do as I help you have mental math skill building activities. And then practice makes progress. And some of the time you're going to work with hundreds charts and little chips. And then some of the time you're going to work with decks of cards. I have all kinds of them, patriotic ones, Hawaiian ones, Mickey Mouse, Snoopy. I can't think of his name. Who's this? Winnie the Pooh. Okay. I was thinking Tigger, and I knew that wasn't right. And then I have giant cards. But we'll work with that, so it will be interactive. And some of the time I'll have kids come up to the board and we'll do activity up there. That way you're not just sitting for an entire hour. You'll be thinking and doing things. And then if you're going to have to learn to add or multiply, then there should be some good reason. And so we'll go on to some practical things, and that I'll be doing through my website for some of it. This is my website. When I went back to teaching those 6 years, I realized kids, you have to teach math, and it seems like everything in education is faster nowadays. And when more is going into the brain, more is falling back out of the brain. And so I thought, okay, maybe if I developed flashcards to help them understand fractions or decimals or percents or solving equations or whatever, maybe that'll help them repeat it so fast and get used to it that they remember it better. And so I developed hundreds of sets of cards to help them practice. And so I could give a Ziploc bag to a group of kids and another Ziploc bag and another Ziploc bag. And they could work on those. When they were done, bring them up, take another Ziploc bag and go back and work on those. When they're done, come up and get another bag. And I could get them through a whole lot more problems than if I'd just given them a worksheet of 22 problems. And I liked it, and they liked it. And so once I ended up stopping teaching, I thought, you know, it'd be a nice thing if I could have an electronic version of all my flashcard stuff. So that's where I came up with a website. And my son is a software engineer, and he said, I could make it, Mom. Okay, good. You're on. So I have it. I paid for it. I have a little company, and I tutor, and that's how I make money for my little company. And then I turn around and I hire computer people and animators and app developers to make things for me. Then I allow it to be free around the world. This website has over 12,000 problems to practice. You name a topic, I probably have it. And so it's free, available to anyone in the world. And then I have 8 math game apps. One of them has now become available on Android devices too, and I'll get I'll pay for more of that coding to get transferred to become Android apps. But the 8 that are Apple apps are downloaded in 61 countries of the world. So I'm happy to help kids practice math, or maybe it's adults that are sometimes practicing the math. I'm happy to help them. And if they find them fun, 5 of them are called Teddy Bear Math, and 3 of them are called Hopscotch Math. So it's a little gamey, but to me, the screen, half of it is the math, and then half of it's cutesy. And then you have to do more math in order to do cutesy. So to me, it's a good balance. It doesn't waste a kid's time. Sometimes I look at other kind of apps or websites and I think, they use up a lot of kids' time. The kid gets something correct and there's butterflies or whatever, and it gets lost. And you know, everybody's time is valuable. So if a kid has 4 to 6 seconds that they're just watching a butterfly, they might stop doing that and do something else. Yep. So mine tries to go back and forth pretty quickly. So let's see. If you have, more people are getting done eating, I can tell. That's good. A hundreds chart is a wonderful thing, and I'll give you one for free tonight, no problem. Okay, they're wonderful. We'll use those. And then I will have examples that we'll use. Well, we're going to use it for adding, and then we're going to use it for multiplying, and then I'll have the website show us when would you ever use this. I know you know practical examples, but then here's mine that can come at you. Okay. I grew up with the idea that practice makes perfect, and most of us are not going to be perfect if we practice piano or soccer or math or whatever, but I do like math. Practice makes progress, and so you keep on practicing your math and you'll keep on making progress. I can't slow down how fast teachers have to teach you nowadays. Probably many teachers don't like it either, but I can help you try to keep up on that and keep making progress. When kids make when kids make mistakes, I would like you to just treat it as bumps in the road, not like, you are just not understanding this, you are not, da, da, da. Don't tell them what they're not. Just let them know, I heard you say you got 72, are you sure it's 72 or would it be 75? And so just treat it like it's a bump in the road, keep moving forward. Okay, that's what I would encourage you to do. My first 2 kids loved everything math, everything challenge. They loved it. I could give them extra stuff during the summers, extra worksheets and stuff, and they would just do it. And my 3rd kid was like, Mom, is it okay if I say I don't like math? I had that figured out. She would do it, but it was no thrill to her. So like one of the things that we would do when she was in like 4th and 5th grade to practice her multiplication table, her math facts, she did not want me to sit down with her and do it. But my method of doing it, I volunteered at her school. And so it would be like maybe one pile would be the 9, and then 9 times 6, and she'd have to say the answer. 9 times 9, and she'd have to say the answer. 9 times 1, she'd have to say the answer. Well, she didn't need me to say the problem out loud anymore, so I would set the timer for 15 minutes, and she had to keep saying it. 9 times 4, 36. 9 times 8, 72. 9 times 7, 72. And I would hear her. I was still making a lettuce salad or whatever, but I could hear her, and I go, is 9 times 7, 72? She'd go, okay, fine, it's 63. Okay, maybe she was just seeing if I was listening. But at the end of 15 minutes, the timer went off, and neither of us had argued with anybody, and yet she had practiced her math. So that was a method I came up with to practice it. One year that I was teaching, I would bring in Pringles potato chips, and as we were doing things, then they could get a 1/2-inch stack. They loved it. And then the rule came out in the school, you cannot hand out food. Oh, okay. Darn. Okay. I like food. I'll work for food. But if you can find something that works for you, that if they get this many problems done, they get some reward, great. If you use a deck of cards and you take out all of the jacks, queens, and kings, and then what you got left are all your numbers, the aces have to be the ones. These, by the time you've gone through where you keep one factor the same, and you've gone through multiplying, and they've said the answer, and they said the answer, and they said the answer, they've done about 40 problems. That's pretty good. If you made them have to do a worksheet of 40, they wouldn't be so thrilled. But this is just a nice tactic that's very attainable. They don't have to take the time to write. I think it works well. If they're first, second, and third grade, and they're just practicing addition, great. 8 plus 1 is, plus 6 is, 8 plus 2 is, 8 plus 4 is. Obviously, you wouldn't go that fast, but you can just practice really quickly and put it away. Nobody had to make copies of anything. That's just convenient. Okay. How about one person, each student can come up and get a hundreds chart and then one of these clear plastic chips. Okay, you're welcome to come on up and get one of these and one of these. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Let's make 2 piles. So a chip. Yep. Oh, good. And a chip. Did you get a clear chip? Here's stacked here. Okay, how many are in first or second grade? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and how many are in third, fourth, or fifth? So those are the people that can multiply. Okay, cool. All right. We're all going to practice the same thing first. We'll all practice addition. I know fifth graders know how to add and all that, but I'd like you to bear with me. Okay, put your chip on the 8. 8 needs what to get to 10? 2. Okay, so then move it down to 28. Move your chip down to 28. 28 needs how much to get to 30? 2. Move it down to 58. 58 needs how much to get to 60? Yes. So we have that. Okay, let's go back up to 8. If instead of adding 2, you're supposed to add 5, okay, I want you to break up 5 into 2 plus 3. 2 will get you to 10, so move it to 10, and then you just have 3 added on. 10 plus 3 is? 13. Yes, 13. Okay, now I want you to put your chip on 18, and we're going to add 4. 18 needs 2 to get to 20, so move it to 20. And then you still need 2 more, and that will be 22, yes. Okay, now let's go to 48. If you have 48 and you add 6, 48 needs how much to get to 50? 2, and then your 50 plus 4 becomes?
54.
Yes, 54. So now, how many think, okay, I got the hang of that? Good. All right, now we're going to back it up to 18 If you add 4, you add 2, you get to 20. You add 20 and the 2, you get to 22. Now let's not just add 4, let's add 14. Well, a 14 is a 10 and a 4, correct? Okay, so 14, if you pull it apart, 14 is a 10 and a 4. If you're at 18 and you're going to add 10, that means you're adding another 10. So make your chip go down to 28. And now all you have to do is add the 4. So then you get what? 2 to get to 30 and then 2 more? Mm-hmm.
32.
Yes, 32. What if, okay. Woofda, not so good. Okay, put your chip on 38. And then we're going to add 16. Well, if you're going to add 16, 16 is a 10 and a 6. So if you're at 38, move it down to become, okay, if you're at 38 and you move it down, you're going to add another 10, so you got 48. And then if you're going to add 6, you can break that up into 2 and 4. 50 and 4 is 54. Good. Okay, now I want you to go to 57. Go to 57, and I should quit using this marker, I think. 57. What would be, sorry, 57 plus 24. Well, 57 plus 2 more 10s would go down, down. So then you'd be at 77. And then now you have to add the 4. How much does 7 need to get to 10? Yes, it needs to add 3. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to break it into a 3 and a 1. That'll get me 80. 80 plus 1 is 81. Now you might think, well, I could just stack these up and add them. Yes, and that is actually what your brain is doing. But I can tell you a lot of times when I'm tutoring kids, they find this to be so much faster to be able to do this. You bump this up 2 and you add 7 plus 4, you break up the 4, and you hurry up and get your answer. Okay, start on 68, and I want you to add 19. Whew, add 19. I want you to do it at your table. So you're going to add the 10, then you're going to break up your 9. So put your chip on the 68 and then add 19. What would you get? Yes. Pardon? 87? Or what? Yes. You got it. Are you doing them? Nope. I'll get you a paper. So if you had 58 plus 5, you just need 2 to get here. Break up 5 to 2 and 3. 60 plus 3 is 63. Okay, this problem was 68 plus 17. 17 is a 10 and a 7. We only need 2, so break up 2 and 5. It was 19, sorry, 2 and 7. So that's how you got 2 to get here and then 7. It takes a bit, but then you get pretty fast. Okay. When I was teaching, I would have students try to beat the calculator. One person would try to punch it in, and somebody would try to mental math at them. They loved it if they beat the calculator, because then they could go put their name on this big poster on the side. So it works. Do another one. Okay. 67 plus 24. 67 plus 24. So go to 67, add the 20, and then break up that 4. Raise your hand when you got it, please. Cool. Cool. And what'd you get?
91.
91 is right. How many got 91? Good. Okay. Let's have you add 47 plus 25. 47 plus 20, and then add 5. Because when you add 20, that's easy. Add 5, that's easy. So work smarter, not harder. Work this and this. Good. Raise your hand when you got it. Good. Good. Yes?
72.
Okay, good. How many got 72? Good, good. Okay, all right, then let's see. Okay, I know what we'll do next. Would you flip the page on the handouts? And I've got ones there. We've just done some practice ones, so I don't need to go through those practice. Number 6 says 8 plus 5. Well, 8 just needs 2, so break up that 5. So what's that answer? And then 9 plus 7. So go ahead and do some of these. They get to 2-digit ones after the second one. Okay, go ahead and do some of those if you have something to write with. If you don't, then it'll just stay mental math, huh? Try to get those done. And then would you want to start doing this? Cool. And then you have a computer. Go ahead and go to monumentalmath.com, and then over on the upper right, it'll let you either sign up or log in. For signing up, you just need to have an email address and give yourself a username and give yourself a password that you'll remember. The only reason we asked for an email address is so that if you ever say, I forgot my password, we have to have a way to get a message to you that gives you the link to get a new password. I do not sell the passwords. I do not sell the email addresses. Somebody said, well, how do you make money on this website? I said, I don't. It is free. It's like when you do volunteer work, it's free. And they can't understand that. I volunteered for a quarter of a century. I think I can do this too.
When you tutor on the side,
Yeah.
do you refer your tutorees to the website as well? So it's at school?
Good question. When I tutor, certainly that child's homework is highest priority. And if they need a little review, like I don't even know what's going on, that's fine. I'll do a review with them. We'll get through their homework. By that time I've helped them with their homework, I will have seen what else they might need help in, and I can help do that. Or I'll say, it's on my website. And so we'll go practice on the website. And they'll get through quite a few problems in a pretty short amount of time. Okay. So there's 4 categories. Math foundations, which is the hugest number of them. Thousands of problems there. Tons of choices. Yeah. So all kinds of topics, and then it moves into multiplication and all kinds of topics. And then towards the bottom is more into the middle school with working with positives and negatives and absolute value and stuff. And then challenging math, when I taught and when I volunteered, I would help kids practice for the math contests. And some of those kids just wanted the toughest stuff you can give me. So I knew I should put in some challenging math that teachers don't have the time to get to usually. Algebra that's my second biggest category. And to me, Negative numbers in middle school and high school are way overemphasized, way, way too much. So I try to stay away from negatives. I will have some with negatives, and then after that we go back to positives. Most of life deals with positive numbers. I don't understand why publishers do that to kids. And they cause frustration that doesn't need to be there. And then geometry, that is just limited to what I can do without actual shapes. I haven't found a computer person that will go ahead and say they'll develop this bank of circles and squares and right triangles and things that I can use, that I can pull in and put together as problem sets. Every topic you see there, Deborah, if you would show, let's go back to Math Foundations, and let's go to, let's go down a little bit more. Let's go to, Mental Math Addition towards the top there. Okay, set 1. Every set has 25 problems. That might sound like a lot, but it goes through fast. Lots of them, hundreds of them, have a little video of me. One of my former students is my video person, and I pay her. So that way people can just watch a video. I had a teacher give me advice on my website, and she said, Marianne, people don't like to have to read too much. Give them a video so they can play the video, and then they'll grasp it. So whatever I have in words, I already put in the video. Okay, this first problem. Can everybody go to this, please? Can everybody, raise your hand if you're signed in. Signed up, signed in. Okay, if you are, if you can go to this, it'll go fast. I want you to, okay, good. You can do hands down. 4 plus 3 plus 6, well, work smarter, not harder. What's 4 plus 6? 10, and then 10 plus 3 is? 13. So then you press 13, submit the answer. 2 plus 4 plus 8, work smarter, not harder. What's 8 plus 2? 10 plus 4 is?
14.
Yes. So then 14. Now we're going to get one wrong, and I'll show you what happens. Okay, 9 plus 4 plus 1, but hey, 9 plus 1 is? 10 plus 4 is? Okay, but let's choose a wrong one. Yep. And it gives you a little yellow light up there, or a little yellow rectangle, which means something's wrong. Caution, don't go on yet. Okay, so then you might go, oh, okay, yeah, it's 14. And when you push 14, that little yellow goes away. It's like practice makes progress. We're bound to make mistakes when you're learning any math topic, and so once you know it, moves on. If you get it wrong twice in a row, that little rectangle turns red, but it goes on to another problem because life goes on. You already have the next answer? Yes?
14.
Okay, 14. Okay, now we're going to do one more, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. 3 plus 5 plus 7, work smarter, not harder. What 2 add up? And then the final answer is? Yes, sir?
15.
15, that's right. Okay, now let's go back up to monumental math up at the top left. The words monumental math, and that'll take us back to the home page. Okay, so let's go to Math Foundations again and go down a little bit further. Let's go to, oh, not very far. Take it, break it, remake it, which is what you actually were doing. Okay, so take it, break it, remake it. You can always watch my videos. 18 plus 5, that's what we were doing. 18, you break up your 5, so it's 2 and 3, and so you get 23. Okay. Now let's go back up to monumental math, and let's go to the same topic, but we're going to go to a different set. When it's sets 1 through 6, they get a little bit harder each time. So take it, break it, remake it. Now let's go to set 4. Okay. 57 plus 29. Now you can break it into different way. 29 just needs how much to get to 30? 1. So you could take a 1 off of 57 and make it a 56. So then 56 plus 30 would be, 56 plus 30 would be?
77.
Nope, 56 plus 30. 50 plus 30, and then 6. 86, yep, let's do that one. Okay, 68 plus 24. 68 needs how much to get to 70? 2, so you grab 2 off of that one, and that'll make it 22. 70 plus 22, 70 plus 20 plus 2. So how much do you get? Uh-huh.
92.
Okay. Maybe I said it wrong. Okay, 77 plus 28. You could do it either way. I would take 3 off of the 28 and give it to 77. That way you have 80. If I took 3 away, I have 25. 80 plus 25. 80 plus 20 plus 5. 80 plus 20 plus 5, which is, yes? 105, good. Okay, now we're going to go back up to monumentalmath.com, or yeah, at the top. Okay, let's go to Math Foundations. Let's go down to a multiplication one. Total value of coins, third from the top there. Let's do that. Let's not do set 1. That's going to be too easy for them, I think. Okay, let's go. Total value of coins, let's go set 2. Okay, now let's get everybody there. Total value of coins, set 2. So if you had 2 dimes, 2 nickels, and 4 pennies, and parents, if you want to have a pile of dimes, nickels, and pennies so that they actually count, kids love to be able to do tactile, kinesthetic, feeling, touchy-feely kind of stuff. So 2 dimes would be worth how much? 3 nickels would be worth how much? And then you add on the 4 pennies. And who wants to guess? Yes. 39. Okay, good. Let's do 2 dimes, no nickels, 2 pennies. 2 dimes, every dime is 10 cents. And you have 2 pennies, yes. 22 cents, that's right. Next one, 2 dimes, no nickels, 6 pennies. 2 dimes, 6 pennies. Not a problem. Yes. 26 cents. Good. Okay, 2 dimes, 2 nickels, 2 pennies. 2 dimes, 2 nickels, 2 pennies. People pay by credit cards nowadays, but it is good to know your money. Okay, 2 dimes, 2 nickels, 2 pennies. Yes, my dear? 32 is exactly right. Good. Okay, next one, 3 dimes, 3 nickels, and that's it. 3 dimes and 3 nickels. Three dimes and 3 nickels. Yes, sir.
45.
Pardon? 45?
30. Wait. I'm getting mixed up. 45. Yeah.
Okay, 45. Good. All right, let's go back up to monumental math, and we're going to do one more, and then I'll show you some other aspect that this has. Let's go down. Real life temperatures, real life math temperatures. It's up a little more. There you go. Okay. Calculate the difference between the high and compared to the record high. High today was 65, record high is 69. Now I'd rather count up than actually subtract. So to go from 65 to 69 would be, how much would that be? 4. Yep. If it's 62 to 81, put your chip on 62. Okay, now push it down to 72. So that would mean 10 more degrees. Now you need to get from 72 to 81. Well, from 72 to get to 80 would be 8, and then you need to get to the 1. So how much grand total would that be? 62 to go to 72 and then to 81. Yes. 19 degrees, yep. Okay. 91, and the record high is 100. So what's the difference from 91 up to 100? Yes. 9 degrees, yes. Okay, 87 up to 93. Well, 87, put your chip on 87. Put your chip on 87. So to get to 90 is how much? And then you need to get to 93. So the grand total would be 87 to 90 and then to 93. Grand total would be yes. 6 degrees, yes. Okay, now I want you to go up to, instead of monumental math, let's go up to the next words where it says problem sets, and then go to my progress. And it shows everything you've been doing. Shows what topic you were doing, how many you have accomplished, and then there's always 25. Of the ones you've done, you got 100%, and it tells you how much time it took. And then if you push complete, it takes you back there. Now, let's stay on this one and get all the way to 25, because I'll show you what happens when you reach 25. Okay, 97 to get to 104. 97 needs what to get to 100, and then to get to 104 would be how much? And that would be, yes? 7 is right. Okay, 57, and the record high is 65. 57 needs how much to get to 60, and then to get to 65, you would need? Yes. Yes. Forgot what I was doing there. Okay, whoops. 42 to get to 49. 42, well, 2 needs what to get to 9, so 42 needs what to get to 49? Yes. 7 degrees, yes. Next one, 44 to get to 60. Put your chip on 44, and then move it down to 54. So that means you've added 10, and then you need to get to 60. So grand total, you needed to add 10, and then you needed to add 60, so you needed?
Oh, the answer? That's it? Yeah, right. 16.
With 16 is right. Okay. Okay, 72 to get to 79. 2 always needs what to get to 9, so 72 needs what to get to 79? Yes.
7.
Okay, 7 is right. 73 to, 79 to get to 93. Put your chip on 79, that needs what to get to 80? And then you get to 93, so you need a total of, yes. 14 is right. Pardon? Okay, 78 to 85. 78 needs what to get to 80, and then to get to 85. Grand total you need, yes. 7 is right. Next one, we're about half done. 85 to get to 93. 85 needs what to get to 90, and then to get to 93? Yes. Good. 8. Okay. 14 to get to 30. Ooh. Put your chip on 14. And then you can move it down 10. Now you're at 24 and you need to get to 30. Uh-huh. 16 is right. 27 and you need to get to 35. Chip on 27, you need what to get to 30 and then to get to 35. Grand total is 8 is right. Next one, 25 to get to 33. Put your chip on 25. You need to get to 30 and then 33. Grand total you need 8. Next one, 35 and the record, oh, now it's record low. 35 and 29. So 29 needs what to get to 30 and then to 35? Yes. 6 is right. 38 and 22. If you're at 22, what do you need to get to 38? Oh, you could add 10. Now you're at 32, and then you need to get to 38. Yes. Mm-hmm. 16, yes. Okay. Okay, 42 and 36. So put it on 36. Now you need to get to 40 and then 46. Put it on 36. Then you need to go to 40 and then 42. So what do you need? Yes. Okay, you need 6. 44 and 28. Put your chip on the little one, 28, and you need to get to 44. So add 10. Now you're at 38. Then add and add to get to 44. And what do you need? Grand total you need? Yes. 16 is right. 34 and 28. If you're at 28, what do you need to get to 34? Get to 30 and then 34. And then we're going to go on to some multiplication with decks of cards and addition. 34, 28. What do you need? Yes.
6.
Yep, just need 6. Okay. 34 and 18. Put your little chip on 18. Okay. Okay. 18, then get to 28, and then get to 34. Yes. 16. Okay. 12, and you need to get to 35. If that one's easier to just subtract in your head, go for it. So what would you need to get to 35? Yes. Okay, 23. And I'm trying to get through this to show you what's the end, and then we'll do something else. Okay, 25 and 26 and 18. Start at 18, you need to get to 20 and then 26. So what do you need? Yes, 8, good. Okay, 37 and 19. Put your chip on 19, and you need to get to 20, and then 30 and 7. So you need a total of yes. 18 is right. Now we're going to do our last problem. Okay, 34 and 18. What if you're at 18? Then you need to get to 20 and then 30 and then 34. What do you need? Yes, sir.
16.
Pardon?
16.
16 is right. And then here comes your helium balloons to help you celebrate. And they're purple, red, green, or blue. But anyhow, and then you have some options. You can go to a different problem set, which just takes you back to the home page, or redo this. Why would you want to? Because sometimes when you're just getting the hang of it, it takes you a while. And then if you redo it, you'll realize, yeah, I'm going to build my speed at this point. And then do the next problem set. If this was set 1, that'll take you to set 2, no matter what. Okay, so we'll stop that for a minute now, a bit. If you are, so now I want to, how many are 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade again? Okay, if you're 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, I'll have you go to the back table and I'll show you what we can do, but I need the rest of you to do something else. Ooh. For the other ones who are staying here, you can come up and get a deck of cards. Okay. Okay. You can pick up one of those sets of deck of cards and bring them back to your table. Mickey. What grade are you? 2nd. Wow, you're doing great. Okay. Okay. If, for the younger ones that just picked up the deck of cards, if you can have them turn over 3 numbers. Oh, okay. Do you want this set or Snoopy? Turn over 3 numbers and add them. That'd be good. And if 2 of them happen to be a 7 and a 3, and that makes 10, 10 plus 5, that's 15, good. If you can get to the point where you can have 5 cards down, and then they look for anything that might add to be nice and easy, like this 2 and 8, that's 10. This is 12, 10 and 12 is 22 plus 6. Obviously, they won't go that fast. But if they can work smarter, not harder, to develop their speed at it, that'd be great. Okay. Did you get a set of cards? Did you get a deck of cards to use? Okay. Okay.
We already had to lead around elementary today.
You're still going to do some. Go.
Your middle school? You want to come back here and help be a leader?
Yep.
That'd be great. Can I have you come back to that back table, please? 6 times 7 is?
42.
6 times 3 is?
18.
6 times 5 is?
30.
6 times 10 is?
60.
Put your cards in the
Oh, I thought it said 5 not equals. 5 and 1 point. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so 5.
2 times 7 is 14 plus these 4. So 14 plus 4, which is...
Yeah, so how many halves are in 4 and a half?
This one.
Then you have to read it.
How many halves?
2 halves and 1 and 1/3. 1 plus an extra 1 grand total. 1 times the 3 plus this extra 1, which is 3.
Okay, so we're looking for 4.
Okay, if I can have your attention. If you want to just leave your decks of cards on the table, I'll come around and pick those up, not a problem. You're welcome to take home that chip, and you're welcome to take home the hundreds chart. I hope it helps you. If it doesn't help, just leave it on the table. But I hope it can help you. And I hope you can remember whatever your password was so you can keep using the website. It's there to use. It's free. Might as well. Any questions for me? If you want tutoring, I can do that. And Deborah said, if you want help paying for it, Parent Challenge can help pay for that. But if you go on the website and down at the bottom, oh, right here, contact us. It'll have me, and so you can get a hold of me that way and say, I would like to have tutoring during spring break or during the summer or whatever. That'd be fine. I'll help you out. And usually I tutor at a library.
Wait, you said you are doing There are several